Welcome back to the Wheelless Podcast. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, we are back. You know, it's been one of those funny seasons to where, you know, these weather changes when you in this southeast region. You know, we get the cold, we get the hot. We had a very warm winter solstice. It was hot, 70 degrees in the Atlanta metro area. Then, you know, you got it's freezing. So those type of dynamics let you know when you're a part of the algorithm of the planet, because when it change, you change with it. So these weather changes, you know, you got to protect yourself out here. Make sure you're taking your vitamins, making sure you're staying up on your regimens, and make sure, most importantly, you are getting some unadulterated rest. You can't rest when you're looking at TV. You can't rest with the TV on. You have to turn everything off. You know, you have to really retreat into a place to where you can get to a place of refuge. But let me get my graphics showing. I ain't that throwed off. Yeah, let me get my stuff taken care of. Y'all with me still, and you know it. I know it. I appreciate you so much. So yeah, I value what I want me. I value what makes me who I am. Show. Yeah. And we got some whip moments tonight too. Oh yeah, the energy ain't gonna be low. We're gonna take our time and give you some very, very valuable moments that you can understand and love, appreciate, and put into your daily repertoire. So check this out. The reason why I value who I am, and I value what makes me who I am, because, and you should do the same. Let's walk it through together, because you know we do things together on this show. You know, we make sure we can walk this through together. So let's get to the first whip moment. Why be wrong when you don't have to be? You think about that. Why be wrong when you don't have to be? That's because some people that blurt out and say unintelligent things is because, yeah, you know, they don't know. They don't know. So it gives them but they say, you know, especially with younger adults, they say, well, I'm grown. I can say and do what the fuck I want to do. I can do this, that, and the third. You're like, okay, yeah, that's true, but it comes with consequences. And then you have another type of young adult that'll say, hey, I can learn the lessons from other people and to know what not to do. You heard the young Tyler, my niece, say that when he was on the show. I mean, that was a very pivotal point. When you think about how, when you don't have to move in the wrong direction, you don't have to pivot in the wrong direction, you choose to. When you think about how people repeat circumstances that they don't have to repeat, you think about how most people know things and they know to make the right choice, but they're easily persuaded. So I was taught at a very young age, especially by my mother, you know, never be easily persuaded or easily movable, and you know the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So those are valuables. Even, you know, those are valuables that you get when you're raised a certain specific way. But at the end of the day, some people don't behave that way to this day. But hey, it was right. It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to say. Specifically, it was the right thing to say. I'm sorry, I'm not talking too loud. I'm not speaking up so loud tonight, but I hope you guys hear me. So we got to get to our next what moment. Why be dumb when you can learn? Some people they say ignorance is bliss. Okay. If ignorance is bliss, why does it cost so much to be so goddamn ignorant? Why does it cost you so much when you don't make the right decision, when you don't protect yourself, when you don't think about the value of self before you go to doing something that, could cost you your life? And I know y'all thinking about I'm talking about cops and no, I'm talking about dealing with certain people. I'm talking about the way people don't know people and you don't know who you're dealing with, you know who you're talking to. You don't know who you don't know you don't know who people are. And the first interaction that you want to have with them is altercation. That shows the lack of maturity and respect that you have for yourself. You always want to do your best to pivot in the direction of being a good person, or being a person of at least respect. So when you respect yourself thoroughly, you know how to respect other people. When you literally become your first interaction with a person is an altercation, that shows a lack of maturity, intelligence, and understanding on your part. Let's get to the next what moment. Why participate if you're not going to get anything from it? Well, that depends on the perspective. See, I don't like to participate in shit either, like marching and shit that I don't get nothing from. No, I mean, yeah, this is a capitalistic society. I do things that I value and I do things that I am willing to do in a way of that's effective and not ineffective. I prefer to orchestrate, like do something about a situation that ails you, that you have a problem with, address it. But first of all, you got to pinpoint it. Then you address it. Then you can have a conversation. But if you can do all of this, that just means it's an argument. There's no solution. If you don't have a solution, then you really have nothing. That's just how that goes. You have nothing if you don't offer a solution. A complaint is one thing. Everybody has a complaint. Everybody wants to complain about it. Everybody has something to complain about. Me, I don't prefer to complain. I prefer to resolve. I prefer to be solutions based. But to each his own, I digress. Let's get to the next moment. Who makes your deals validated if no one can confirm them? Well, regardless if you like anything or not, there is systems. You have to we have to operate in a system. And the only way you can operate above a system is to it's quite simple. You have to govern yourself. And if you're going to take those reins to govern yourself, that means you have to be extremely disciplined. That means you have to be very kind, not a thief, not a robber, not a swindler, but a straight up and down business person. But business have gotten so wild these days, they even broadcasting everyone on the news network, all over the TV. They talking about how business is fucked up because of swindlers, thieves, robbers, and people that want to take. See, this is a power chase. These are the things that haunt America. You know, these are the things that haunt people that want to leave their businesses to people when they never ran them right in the first place. See, What I'm trying to help you understand is you know how to maneuver properly when you value yourself so that you have the vision to see the elements that you want to see out of the situation that you are involved in. You know, you take opportunities to learn so that you can enhance your capabilities if there was a day that, you had to transition to something else. There's always a way to think about things. There's always a way to resolve things. You just have to be, the type of person that looks for those opportunities to resolve and not to complain or even oppress. See, if there's a solution, some people resort to oppressing. If there's something that can be better, some people will go to the extreme opposite just to say, hey, it's my world. I do what the fuck I want. I treat everybody how I want to treat them. I'm an exhausting asshole. That's who I am. I think that's an awful type of human being with no real humanity. But hey, some people don't value empathy or sympathy whatsoever. They say it's a waste of time. I digress. I don't feel that way. But let's get on to the next one moment. Are who are you? What deals with you? Okay, yeah. What deals with you if you're not appealing of some sorts? Who deals with you if you're not appealing to some sorts? Yeah, that lets you know most people deal with billionaires and people with money. It's just for that simple fact alone. They don't have any real friends. Nobody likes them. They're pretty atrocious fucking beings. And the reason why they're atrocious beings because they're allowed to. Who's gonna stop them on their escapades and sescapades when you got well, shit, that's the president, ain't he? Oh damn. Yeah. I mean, you think about how many people follow these retrograded sycophants. They're retrograded sycophants. Never took advantage of power, never took advantage of having a solution. Just lie. Sound familiar to where a lot of people in the world they just utterly figure out ways to lie about something to make themselves feel better. And that's a lack of intestinal internal fortitude. That's a lack of knowledge of self. It completely and truly is. I could have cut the show off just for letting you know how you can value you, but people take all these alternative routes, thinking that they're gonna get closer to some type of success. But damn, do you even know you don't even know what to do with the success when you do get it? You got something carved out? You got a plan? I mean, really, do you ask yourself these questions? Before the wheel can ever be yours, you have to know yourself. You have to know your value. You have to literally take yourself apart and put yourself back together. And don't lie about the parts that you put back because guess what? They'll fail you. You'll fail yourself if you're not secure with yourself, if you're not learning within your capabilities. You'll fail yourself over and over and over again. But I wonder how much heart you got. How much will do you have? Can you do something over and over again and be effective? You have to ask yourself these, simple questions. You do. Because if you value yourself, you're not always worried about anybody else. You're worried about how you can better your situation, better your equation, better your circumstance, make more money, be effective to other people. You know, you might want to just sometimes giving a helping a hand to someone else. Excuse me, at no cost. See, it's a lot that goes into being of value, and it's a lot that people can value about you if you were just more selfless. See, being selfless allows you to think about how to provide for someone else without you gaining anything. You may have to sacrifice your time. You may have to sacrifice a couple of dollars. You may have to sacrifice little things, just to spend time. But when a person does not appreciate you, the time, your efforts, phew, I know people that do. I know people that do. That's how you're able to understand those type of things. People that actually do understand. But when you're involved with people that don't want to understand the value of you and what makes you you, as I said again, I said it a couple of times on this show, you have to push away from the table. You got to do your own thing. You just gotta be you for a minute. You got to be comfortable with that. Luckily, if you have a family or not, whatever it is, make sure you are in a positive, prosperous situation for you to take care of yourself and your family. Love yourself too. Again, I tell you again, stop talking negative or saying negative things about yourself because they do yield. Words are spells, they have power. So I value what makes me me and who I am. Yeah. Even though you were born from a couple of parents, they should be proud of you. You should be proud of them. But they don't completely make all of you. You have to do the rest of the work. You have to stay alive. You have to be able to eat well. You have to give yourself back the proper elements that you should give yourself to grow. The same way they taught you, if they taught you. But everybody does not have that same story. Some people don't have parents. Some people don't grow up with people, nobody that loves them. So you have to understand how much love they are required to put in themselves because that was a form of survival. Phew. People don't understand. They think they got it bad, and you think somebody has it worse. But how about you just pay attention to what you have and work with that? Stop concerning yourself with what others have. I guarantee you what you have will take you further if you stop focusing on what other people have that paralyzes you because of what you don't have. Doing for self is a very positive attribute. And if you got a team, you know, you got a little better. So valuing yourself and value what makes you who you are, people will start to see that in you as well. And you can always be proud and appreciative of that relationship. And that's how those things grow. That's how those relationships blossom and become something valuable, very valuable. So, hey, I'm not going to hold you long tonight. That's the will of this podcast. But I always remember, I'm going to say that because I got a little bit more. I got a little bit more to tell you. Collaboration is a wonderful thing. Appreciation is another thing. But having the ability to value yourself to a capacity to what others who value themselves to a capacity, that's who you want to collaborate with. People that you can love and enjoy, and they can do that, and vice versa. That's a beautiful thing. So that's the Wellness Podcast tonight. I appreciate you. I love you, and I'm grateful for you tuning in. But let me tell you, it ain't gonna be as loud as it was. I'm a little, I gotta get me some rest. But check it out, y'all. You know what it is. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to check me out on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Don't forget to go to thewillerspodcast.com and get you some merch. Yeah, get you some merch, man. I got some fly stuff out there, man. It's cool. I'm always fly. I try to be fly, you know what I'm saying? Just sometimes. Yeah, man. It's cool. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Oh man, let me see if my volume was even on this show. I tend to do that crazy shit sometimes. Let me see. Damn, I hope the built then oh man, I hope the show is on tonight. I hope so, man. If it was, I have to do another one, but damn. I don't know if anybody told me my volume wasn't on. Let me check. Let me see real quick. Let me see real quick. I done did all this talking. I ain't had that other mic on. So I gotta check my show out. See if I was talking earlier. On the show. I tend to do that crazy shit. How? You can plan. I prefer to okay, it's in the wrong direction. All right, no, I ain't fuck up. I ain't mess up. Ooh, that's cool. All right. Well, anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. I got to get me some rest. Well, I'll be tune in tomorrow. We'll be on with Dr. AE. My energy level should be up there. I just wanted to touch base with y'all, let y'all know I'm out here, and I just want to let you know how I value myself, so you can value yourself, and that's how we keep moving forward. We do that type of shit together. That's what we do on the Wheelers Podcast. So hey, check it out. The wheel is yours. Always. Always. I'm gonna give you some rest, and y'all do the same. We're gonna hit you back harder tomorrow. Be